I wanted to go back to school. And I also told myself, I will make it and make my mother proud. The kind of insult they insult her whenever they get the chance was too much for me. At that time, I told myself I am living for my mother. That was my dream, to make it and make my mother proud. It was after all the rituals have been done that he told me this. He told me all the things that I have done were just not enough for me to enjoy the money. He told me that I needed to make a human sacrifice in order to clear the money finally for me to have it. This, he said, was the instructions from the spirits. When he asked who I wanted to use for the sacrifice, I said any family member is okay by me. It never occurred to me that I was actually signing the death warrant for the very person who is dear to my heart. Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode here on Dangerous African Confessions HD. In this episode, we have a story from our brother Eric from Ghana who tells us his life journey and the things he has done, a young man searching for money. We've brought to your confessions that marvels us, but I bet you've never heard this before. In this confession, we will see why our brother Eric had to make the kind of decisions he made, and how after getting the money he went in search for, his mother died. As part of our policy, I've edited the names to hide the identity. Please kindly subscribe, share and like our videos. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be the first to get notification to our videos when we upload. Without wasting much of your time, let's go and listen to the story. Hello brother, my name is Eric and I am a Ghanaian. I want to share my life story with you. This is my biggest regret. Something that I wish I can have the chance to visit and make corrections. It all started when I went to live with my mother's big sister. We called her Nonna. That is what everybody called her. Young and old. My stay with her was never an easy one, despite she and my mother being sisters. She asked my mother to let me come and stay with her since my mother couldn't afford to pay for my education. She said she would see me through school. But all those promises that she made to my mother, she didn't fulfill any. When I finished junior high school, she told me she would not take me through senior high school. Her reason was that, when I become somebody in future, I will go and look for my father. I pleaded with her to at least help me finish senior high, but she said no. I went to the Queen Mother in our town and told her. She decided to come and have a talk with her. When the Queen Mother came, because in our town, we revered our Queen Mothers a lot, she accepted to let me continue my education. But then when the Queen Mother left, I received the beatings of my life. On top of it, she insulted my mother like someone she doesn't even know. When I realized the maltreatment was becoming too much, I needed to find my way out of her house. I didn't know where I was going. But I told myself, I must go and fight for my future in my own way. I wanted to go back to school. And I also told myself, I will make it and make my mother proud. The kind of insult they insult her whenever they get the chance was too much for me. At that time, I told myself I am living for my mother. That was my dream, to make it and make my mother proud. When I left her house, there was this washing base in our area that I joined the boys there to wash cars. I wanted to save some money for my education. All I thought of was education. So, I wanted to work and make some money. I have been to different places and to different kind of works. When the last work I was doing in Tima collapsed, I called my friend who I was working with at the washing base back in our hometown. He had also come to Accra and asked me to meet him. The last time I saw him was about 5 years ago. He directed me to where he stayed. Going there, I thought he was staying with someone, or perhaps sleeping at his workplace. So, I knew at the back of my mind that I was going to be with him in one of these places. But then to my surprise, I got to his place and I couldn't believe what I saw with my eyes. He was actually living in his own house and had his own car. He was really living good. So, when I told him I didn't have any work doing and wanted to find my feet, he asked me if I really want to make money. I told him I really need to have money in order to make my mother happy. This, he said, he cannot give me money, but he can show me the eye to make money myself. This sounded good to me. In fact, Even though I didn't know how that was going to happen, I started feeling good within me. Because he was a living testimony to what he was saying. I spent like a month with him. And he one day told me that he wanted us to go and visit his spiritual father. The one who helped him make money. He told me about this spiritual man. And how powerful the man. This man was in Benin. So, we needed to go to him. In order for him to help me, like my friend was saying. I was determined to make money. So, the journey didn't discourage me at all. The day came and we went to Benin to meet this man. When we reached Benin, we had to go to a village by motor. This motor journey was about 1 hour. When we reached the village, we got down and had to walk through the forest for almost about 30 minutes before we reached our destination. When we got to the place, the man welcomed us and asked why we were there. My friend told him that he had brought me so that the man can help me just like he did for him. The man welcomed me again and gave me a calabash of water to wash my face. After that, he gave me some mixture of herbs and water to bath. After bathing, he then told me to enter a particular room and whatever I will see there, I shouldn't fear. I should communicate with it and tell the thing why I have come here. So, I entered the room, and there was this very big python in the water. It was like, the building has been built to cover the water that housed the python. I went in and did exactly what the man told me. I had to tell the python my reason for coming there. So, I told the python I had come for help to make money. And I understood that, it was only the python that can offer me that help. Right after I said that, the python brought its head to here the water ends. And after some time, went back into the water. So, when I came out of the room and told the man what the python did, he told me that, it has accepted to help me. I was asked to stay for 2 days in that man's house. During this time, I bathed and drank different kinds of mixtures. On the day for me to return to Ghana, the man gave me something, very hard like stone. It was covered in a black cloth. Very small thing like that. He told me to buy a bag of my choice when I get to my country, and put the thing in it. Close it for 3 days. When the 3 days reach, I should open the bag. He said, when I open the bag, whatever I will see, I should call and tell him. I did just that, and on the 3rd day, when I opened the bag was filled with money. There was no local currency in the bag. I called the man just as he told me. He said that, he had to come to Ghana and make some sacrifices and directions for me, before I can start using the money. All this while, I was in my friend's house. So, he helped me organize a hotel room for the man. When the man came, the incantations and sacrifices needed to be done. He gave me a list of things to buy. I needed to buy 4 different types of anointing oil. Some of the oil, you will see that, there was something like cross in the oil. And some too, there was something like sponge in it. Then again, I bought different colors of candles, the head of a vulture's egg among others. After getting the items, we went to the cemetery at dawn. And did different forms of rituals. The last day before he left for his hometown, he owed me that, even though we have done all those rituals, there was one last ritual that needed to be done, before the spirits can allow me to enjoy the money in peace. He told me that, I needed to use human blood to seal all the rituals that have been done. It was after all the rituals have been done that he told me this. He told me all the things that I have done, were just not enough for me to enjoy the money. He told me that, I needed to make a human sacrifice in order to clear the money finally for me to have it. This, he said, was the instructions from the spirits. When he asked who I wanted to use for the sacrifice, I said any family member is okay by me. It never occurred to me that, I was actually signing the death warrant for the very person close to my heart. Like I always say, these are not just stories for story's sake. They are meant for us not to make these mistakes our brothers and sisters are making. That's why we share these stories with you. Life is not always rosy, and so to get to our final destination, we will definitely face challenges. These challenges are meant to mold us into the men and women we will become in the future. They are to teach us a lesson of resilience and not to take a shortcut route, which will at the end of the day cause us more. I pray that we learn from some of these stories and live a better and more matured life. As I always say, we are not here to race with any other person. Therefore, do the little you can and ask your Creator to bless your handwork. Please let's be mindful of the choices that we make. Thanks for being a part of this growing family. Kindly share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, like and share. Stay blessed and be safe.